In July of 1993, I received a phone call that would literally change my life. My father called me because my best friend had made the decision to take his own life. At the time, we were in our 20s, and we had been friends since we were 4 years old. As he spoke the words, the only thing I really remember is that he sounded further and further away, and I felt like I was drowning, like I was slipping under some type of dark water, and then everything went black. What I didn't realize until I was told is that I fell to my knees and I was screaming, of course, scaring my grandmother, my 1-year-old son, and my mother, who was begging me to tell her what was wrong. And I couldn't even speak. It was like I was out of my body and somewhere else. There were no last minute phone calls or, in hindsight, really anything that would make it make sense or let any of us know that it was coming. He did leave a note. All the note said, though, was that there was something inside of him that he just couldn't stop. They say that time heals, and I suppose that that's correct. But the reality of when someone leaves your life that way is time gives you more time. Yes, the tears eventually don't flow as often, but it never really leaves you. The questioning, what could you have said? What could I have done? What plans did I make or not make? And the reality is, the questions don't have an answer, at least not one that we'll know right now. The sad reality is, in this time frame, there wasn't quite as much mental health, suicide prevention awareness as there is now. That being said, I often wonder if in those final moments of his contemplation, if there had been something that might have got his attention, driving by a billboard or flipping through a magazine or even a commercial or PSA on television that may have made him make a different decision in those final moments. That's not something I'm ever going to have the answer to. And I can't go back in time as much as I would like to, but there are some simple things that I can do. I can reach out to families and friends who I have not heard from in a while. I can notice when someone's pulling away, not as involved. Maybe they're a little quieter than normal. Try to make sure that they're okay and let them know that I'm here if they need to have a conversation. Even with complete strangers, there are things you can do. You can smile. You can open a door. You can just exhibit kindness. You can donate your time. You can donate your money or resources. Or something as simple as choosing to carry a coffee mug or wear a t shirt or put a sign in your yard that will promote suicide awareness and give that visual to someone who may be contemplating something. Do I think that these small things can make a difference? Absolutely, I do. Very often we think that what we have to do is some big gesture, some grand thing that's going to make a big difference with massive amounts of people. And while that would be great, very often it's the small choices we make every day to be a little kinder, to argue a little less, to ask someone how they're doing and actually mean it. Those things are important. They're like ripples in a pond. You never know how reaching out and helping one person will impact so many people, and sometimes even for generations to come. If you or someone you love are contemplating taking their own life, please take a moment to think you are important, you are needed. There are people that can help. The National Suicide Prevention LIfeliine is 1-800-273-8255 or online at suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Thank you.